Dear Diary, we converted Bob's T6 work van into a camper van for the weekend festival and then back again for work on Monday. It took no time at all. I vomited after taking what Bob described as a heroic amount of mushrooms. Thankfully, the Reversible Conversion's bathroom was close to hand. The rooms were lovely and had everything we needed for a very comfortable stay.
Does your VW work van suffer from a lack of motivation at the weekends? It is not alone. Millions of work vans feel purposeless at the weekends. Trips to the shops or the tip no longer hold any interest. Moving furniture is but a fleeting and distant memory. Without purpose outside of work, your van is in danger of becoming out of car mechanical balance, and this may lead to increased fuel consumption, bulb failures, electrical problems, belt breakages, gasket leaks, and even punctures. But there is now a solution to this age-old problem, and one that not only works instantly but also reverses any karmic damage already done, transforming your tired and lackluster vehicle into a true weekend companion. Ask your vehicle physician about a reversible conversion today, or click on the link below to find out if a reversible conversion is right for your much-loved van. With a reversible conversion, it's never too late to put some zip back into your van's life.
Side effects include peer and work colleague envy, increased driver motivation, increased family time that doesn't involve shopping, increased driver desire to do sports, increased driver desire to go fishing, increased driver desire to go to festivals, increased driver desire to go camping, attraction to water sports, increased desire to get up on a Saturday morning, increased love expressed by your partner, winning the lottery, developing a six-pack, increased sex drive, happier dog.
The reversible conversion for VW T5 and T6 van can be fitted and removed in less than a minute, allowing you to turn your work van into a totally legal weekend shagwagon with ensuite kitchen and bathroom, and back again for work on Monday with ridiculous ease. Order a reversible conversion today and you and your partner can soon be in beautiful scenery, underneath the stars, rutting like wild beasts, instead of doing whatever you normally do at the weekend. Dear Diary, on Thursday night we converted Bob's work van into a camper van and set off for a long weekend at the festival. Unfortunately, even though the reversible conversion cool store has a 60-liter capacity, I found that Bob had filled the space with more than 100 cans of strong lager and cider and brought absolutely no food, so sadly we were unable to use the built-in gas stove. In his words, "I'm going to get totally bollocksed for 3 days, what do I want food for?" The festival was lovely and I particularly enjoyed the craft stalls and came home with a wind chime for the garden.
Do you suffer from dirty sporting equipment, pets or children at the weekends? Do they mess up your lovely clean Volkswagen van? You can continue to pointlessly try and prevent the inevitable. Or treat yourself to a reversible conversion for your VW T5 or T6. That way you can clean off the mess before it comes inside, make yourself a cup of tea, and chill out in sand and dirt-free peace in your new mobile man cave. Safe, if only for a few minutes, from the messiness that is nature and your family.
Are you concerned that the world is run by one or possibly more secret organizations that have unspecific nefarious purposes? Is your natural instinct telling you to protect yourself and perhaps some of your family against nuclear, biological, or chemical annihilation, but don't know how? Fear not, because you are not alone. Forward-thinking American libertarian preppers have been doing just this for decades, and social media feeds are often full of useful information about how to make deadly weapons from garbage for defense of your food and property, likely from neighbors and co-workers that know you are their only chance of survival in the event of a level 6 NBC attack. These videos are also extremely helpful in showing you how to build and properly mine your own NBC shelter in the forest. But you live in Droitwich, and there's not many pieces of forest with domestic planning permission for under 10 grand near where you live. In this instructional video we will take you through a step-by-step guide to making your VW T5 or T6 van impregnable to nuclear, biological, and chemical attack without the need to procure a forest or do any digging. Before you start, locate any convenient tungsten sheet, about 50 square meters should suffice, and put it to one side. We recommend at least 12 millimeters thickness for optimum performance. In a previous pram prepping video we covered multi-layer sheet thickness in some detail and whether a double 6mm or quarter-inch layer works the same. It does, don't worry, but you will obviously need to do twice the work. Working from left to right, mark and cut the sheets to suit your van, remembering to form it to fit the outer surfaces of the van snugly. Don't forget to cover the windows and fit 26mm lead glass metal polymer laminate viewing ports on at least 3 sides, that way you can check for suitable parking and watch the progress of any blast waves. Next, add an inflatable mattress or futon and fit a reversible conversion in the back of the van so you have toilet and kitchen facilities to ride out the coming apocalypse. For those that really wish to go to town, for a few £100 you can add a rear tent to make a second room. Don't forget to use the same thickness tungsten sheets when you cover the tent using the same process as that for the van. If your tent has a side awning, fit hydraulic cylinders to the blast sheets and use 19mm advanced high-strength steel pins for the hinges. That's all there is to it. Tips for use. Providing you keep the reversible conversion cool store well stocked with food and beer, and Wi-Fi still works, you are well sorted in the event of a global catastrophe. After the dust clears from the initial event, and assuming your tires haven't melted, you can take a tour of your new kingdom with the deep satisfaction and pleasure of knowing you were right all along. We hope you found this instructional video informative, and don't forget to hit the like button for a chance to win a methane-powered cattle cannon.
Sex in your van. Is it just dogging with an electric hookup? Not necessarily, say experts citing custom and practice conventions that camper vans are exempt from dogging rules. The reversible conversion for VW T5 and T6 van can be fitted and removed in less than a minute, allowing you to turn your work van into a totally legal weekend shag wagon with ensuite bathroom and back again for work on Monday with ridiculous ease. It's definitely not dogging if there is a bed involved. Order a reversible conversion today and you and your partner can soon be in beautiful scenery, underneath the stars, rotting like wild beasts, instead of doing whatever you normally do on a Friday evening. And yes, you can watch Netflix afterwards, and there is a kitchen. Spice up your sex life with a reversible conversion for your VW T5 or T6 van. It is not dogging.
Since the dawn of time, man has sought quiet refuge from the demands of his mate and to drink intoxicating liquids in relative peace. Some archaeologists even believe that the construction of early man caves drove the development of advanced stone tools. As technology progressed over thousands of years, the man cave changed from stone to wood, but the basic principles of familial escape and numbing through alcohol has remained a constant. Modern man caves or garden offices are just the latest incarnation of this tradition. However, garden offices are expensive and a bit twattish, and they also suffer from the same problem as every other man cave in history. Once discovered, they are easily raided. Make your ancestors proud by converting your VW transporter van into a mobile man cave, stacked full of man cave technology and most importantly difficult to track down.
Ever wondered what the best reversible conversions are? Scientists crunch the numbers to get the answers to this age-old question. Coming in at number 3, all the way from your local Wetherspoons and with a reversibility index of 17, is the drag queen. With precise application and removal of makeup, the male artist can transform into a beautiful woman and back again with ease. However, the process is highly skilled and takes many hours. At number 2, all the way from the now destroyed planet Krypton and with a reversibility index of 24, is the well-known illegal immigrant Superman. Superman can change between dorkish reporter and colorful gimp-suited fighter of evil and back again in the blink of an eye. Unfortunately, there is nowhere in Superman's bulge-hugging attire to store a sink. Superman is also not real. At number 1, all the way from your driveway and with a reversibility index of a massive 30 is the reversible conversion for VW T5 and T6 van. The reversible conversion transforms your van into a camper van in less than a minute and includes a kitchen sink. Hit the subscribe button on this channel to get notifications and find out the top 5 places to store an orange. Spoiler alert, the winner is not where you think. Ever wondered where the top 3 places to wake up are? Scientists have built a quantum computer to answer this age-old question and finally have the results. At number 3, an old jizz favorite, literally anywhere in the Playboy Mansion, but preferably in a bedroom in a massive and not empty bed. Despite being morally questionable, coupling with one or several rabbit-human hybrids still ranks highly on many bucket lists. However, we all know about the dangers of social media, and if you are there, then so are your mates probably. And they are wankers. When your wife finds out on Facebook, she will remove your penis and carry it with her in a wooden box until she finds a better replacement. You will probably lose everything and die under a motorway in poverty and sorrow. At number 2, everyone's favorite science-fictional holiday destination, the Pleasure Planet Riser. Unfortunately, none of the people you were hoping to meet appear to be on Riser right now. But neither is your wife. You will probably develop a nasty case of space alien herpes because your immune system has not been genetically altered to prevent this. You will need to be placed in an emergency stasis tank before the creature now growing around your spine bursts through your chest cavity. In a random twist of fate, whilst you are in suspended animation, the Borg Collective defeats the Federation and you wake up midway through the process of being assimilated. Fully conscious but unable to exert any control, your body spends the next 14 centuries as a drone on a Borg cube somewhere in the Delta Quadrant. The number one place to wake up, as calculated by scientists using advanced quantum technology, is inside your own van with a reversible conversion fitted. The reversible conversion stove is ideal for making a nice cup of tea to get your day started. Rather than just one location, you can wake up with a different view each morning, literally anywhere your van can travel. You are also at a much lower risk of either penis removal or being assimilated by the Borg Collective.
Dear Diary, Bob and I watched the 1991 movie Point Break last week, and Bob decided he was going to take up surfing. After converting his work van into what he called his rip wagon on Friday evening, off he went to Cornwall for the weekend, loaded with good intent and beer. Apparently, the reversible conversion shower was a big help cleaning off all his new gear, and I'm sure he looked a magnificent sight in rubber. I spent a blissful Sunday afternoon dreaming about other things. Strange how we both ended up with chafing on Sunday evening. When the relationship started, did you love your new van more than anything else in the world? Did you find excuses to do things like shopping and taking the children to sporting events just so you could get a chance to drive it? Now that the new smell has disappeared, and there are some scratches by the door, is your love starting to fade just a little bit? A new kitchen and bathroom might be exactly what you need to spice things up. Rekindle your automotive romance in less than a minute by fitting a reversible conversion and turning your trade van into a camper van for the weekends.
The reversible conversion for VW T5 and T6 vans can be fitted and removed in less than a minute, turning your trade van into a weekend camper van and back again for work on Monday, with ease. Here are a few things you could do to your van that can't be so easily reversed. An eco makeover. Flying saucer detection equipment and your subsequent single status. A special wrap or logo used to advertise your business or hobby, since even when removed, everyone will still remember what it said. Forever. Order a reversible conversion for your VW T5 or T6 transporter van today. One decision you definitely won't have to pretend not to regret.
Countdown. Top 3 famous people that might own a reversible conversion for their VW T6 work van. Storming back into the charts for the first time in 4 years at number 3, the least boring president ever, Donald John Trump. It is thought by some people that Donald Trump has an unmarked gold-plated VW T6 transporter van available for personal use in each of his 700 hotels so he can sneak about unobserved. The inside of the vans are said to glow in the presence of adoration or urine. In at number 2, Russian president for life apparently, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. The mild-mannered former bureaucrat has 3 special camping operations VW T6 vans, 2 of which are decoys and the other that he uses to escape twice a year to the mountains, where he is rumored to wrestle wild bears. He uses a reversible conversion shower to wash off their blood and clean any wounds before he stitches them with only Russian vodka as an anesthetic. In at number 1, tree-loving British monarch King Charles III. His Majesty feels trapped in Buckingham Palace through lack of the color green and can often be found in a secret estate in Norfolk in his turf-covered VW T6, which he has fitted with a reversible conversion to wash his hands of some of his family and clean his beloved spaniel, after taking it for a long walk in nature.
It seems that in a previous video we may have inadvertently given certain false impressions concerning former President Trump. On the advice of our lawyers we wish to correct those. Firstly, we overinflated the number of hotels owned by former President Trump. We hope he will forgive us for that oversight. Secondly, we stated that the hotels kept gold-plated VW T6 vans to hand for him to sneak around in, thus making the value of his assets considerably more than reported, presumably. Clearly this is not true, as this would be easily found out. Should the former president wish to do any sneaking around, we are sure this could much more easily be achieved by having the women brought to him. Thirdly, we repeated the rumor that the reversible conversion fitted to the aforementioned gold-plated VW T6 vans would glow in the presence of adoration or urine. This is not true because we only presently manufacture reversible conversions in variants that are not gold in color, and whilst it might be technically possible to detect urine, we are unsure how to make the reversible conversion surfaces glow without an external light source. We are also not aware of any technology that exists to detect adoration, other than that being worked on by Elon Musk for the purposes of Mars colony selection and possibly recruitment.
Do you find that some things are obviously not quite as simple as advertised? Fit a reversible conversion to your VW T5 or T6 transporter and turn it from a trade van into a camper van in under a minute, without the need for any tools. Or a working phone, internet connection and app.
Over the last 200 years, explorers and scientists have discovered several curious ancient carvings in remote locations on different continents that seem to depict the same type of van or perhaps camper van. Mainstream archaeologists would have us believe this is a mere coincidence or even natural formations, but ancient apocalypse theorists disagree, arguing instead that they are all connected and built by a much older culture that had access to advanced stone cutting technology. Is it possible that the people who created these enigmatic carvings were all once contacted by the remains of a previously unknown advanced ancient civilization destroyed in a great catastrophe at the end of the last ice age? Were they somehow given secret knowledge on how to make a VW van out of rock, knowledge that is now hidden under the Sphinx in Giza? As evidence for this, they point to ley line alignment of the rock carving with other ancient monuments all constructed at a time in the past and that align with certain important stars. Is it possible that by fitting a reversible conversion into your VW T5 or T6 work van you can tap into this same energy at the weekends? Might it be possible that by creating a van that is neither a work van or a camper van, but rather a quantum van, you can inadvertently conjure a portal to another universe? A better universe in which the weekends are filled with interesting van-related pastimes. Ancient astronaut theorists think so and believe mainstream science is deliberately hiding evidence, perhaps in the so-called particle accelerator at CERN, where the outer shell of the Earth is thinnest.